started from the first company. So what happened was the first company after first year, we were making some profits. It was doing pretty okay. And constantly, I always ask myself this simple question: what's next?
Yep.
So what happened was I started meditating to find an answer. So first day after meditating, just felt good, felt relaxed, no answers. Second day, it felt like it was getting closer to something big, but not there yet. So third day, what happened was this aha moment came, and then I realized something. I realized that, in the Asia market itself, right? I think generally there are so many good practices, so many good insights happening. I think Sam, we can attest to that as well, even in the finance space. The challenge is that we often don't articulate the value because in the Asian culture itself, generally what happens is that we just do our work, we work hard, and we expect the work to speak for itself, right? So hence, I feel that there's a lot of insight being lost, there are a lot of good practices being lost, and hence, I want a platform where we can come together collectively to have a voice, right? To share all these practices, to inspire, and even to change perceptions that are not true in that sense in this Asian community itself. And of course, it's not just about Asians, it's also about creating a platform within Asia to exchange with the rest of the world. Hence, that will kind of uplift the practices that we have within Asia itself. So that was what kind of started the whole SOA movement itself. Yeah.
And you say it's a movement.
Yep.
So it sounds like it's not just in Singapore then.
Yes. So interestingly, recently we just launched it in 6 other markets outside of Singapore.
Okay.
We call it chapters. So namely Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Myanmar, Philippines, and Hong Kong. Why we decided to do that was because we felt that, of course, we can start off with Singapore, which is our home base essentially, but there's only so much we can do within Singapore itself and so much we can reach out, right, if we just start at Singapore. Hence, we collaborated with different leaders, different businesses across Asia itself, the 6 other chapters outside Singapore, like I mentioned, to kind of gather local insights to understand what's happening locally, what kind of stories they have, what kind of stories will impact local people, and how can we bring value to local people to grow the community basically, and then eventually, right, bring them together as collectively as Asia rather than individual chapters or individual countries itself. Yeah.
Yep. Got it. And actually, what does the chapters do on the ground? Do they go around collecting stories from different people, or do they, go around, kind of talking and to kind of promote a certain, kind of vision or policy? What exactly do they do in those chapters?
So the chapters basically a few things. One is that they help to advise us at headquarters to understand, okay, so locally, what are some problems they're facing? What are some things that resonate with them? And then from outside working with the chapters is how can we create different initiatives, different campaigns, different channels to help people locally to grow, right, as a community through storytelling. So for example, most recently we launched a mentoring program, right, where we want to help local people, right, uplift themselves in their career, and we kind of bridge the gap through storytelling to help them tell their stories, to actually grow their personal brand, and then get other opportunities, whether it's from a business point of view or career point of view. So that's one. Another thing that we've done recently, quite interestingly, is that we launched certain campaigns to gather stories. So for example, we had one My Worst Manager campaign. We wanted different countries to share, different practices or bad experience that they have managers, and for us to consolidate, not to shit on the managers obviously, but to reframe it, right, to see what are some things that leaders don't want to do, and from an employee's perspective even. So there's some things we're doing basically to collect stories, to do different things, to use live chat, to do events like this, to really kind of, like I said, once again, use storytelling as a medium, not an end goal, but a medium, to create impact in different ways.